A very good morning to you all. Welcome to online classes. I am Jaya Verma and today we will continue the consequences of partition. So let's start. Yesterday I end up here that 80 lakh people to migrate. It is estimated that the partition forced about 80 lakh people to migrate across the new border, and between 5 to 10 lakh people were killed in partition. That was violence which was going on in this. 5 to 10 lakh people were killed in this partition. Then, beyond the administrative concerns and financial strains, however, the partition posed another deeper issue. There was another deeper issue, administrative concern we have, financial strains we had, but this partition has given us more deeper issue, and that was the leaders of the Indian national struggle did not believe in the two nation theory. The leaders who had this national Indian struggle, they did not believe in this two nation theory. They did not want partition, and yet partition on the religious basis had taken place. They don't favor this theory of partition, but still partition on religious basis had taken place. Did that make India a Hindu nation automatically? Yeah, now a question arises. Did this make India a Hindu nation automatically? Even after large scale migration of Muslims to the newly created Pakistan, the Muslims population in India accounted for 12% of the total population in 1951. Though many of the Muslims migrated to the newly created Pakistan, but still, whatever Muslim population we had in India, that was counted for 12% of the Muslims were there of the total population in 1951. So, how would the government of India treat its Muslim citizens and other religious minorities like Sikh, Christians, Jains, Buddhists, Parsis, and Jews? So, they were all minority people, religious minorities were there. So, how the government of India will treat all these minority people? So the partition had already created severe conflict between the two communities. So they were already this partition has already created severe conflicts between these two communities like Hindus and the Muslims, and there were competing political interests behind these conflicts, and these political leaders, they had their own interest behind these conflicts. The Muslim League was formed to protect the interest of the Muslims in colonial India. In 1906, this Muslim League was made, and this was made to protect the interest of the Muslims. And it was in the forefront of the demand that they had the demand for separate Muslim nation. So there were organizations which were trying to organize the Hindus in order to turn India into a Hindu nation. So there were many organizations who were trying their level best to organize India into a Hindu country. But most leaders of the national movement believed that India must treat persons of all religions equally. And see, students, here there they have given about one movie, that is Garam Hawa. It was written by Salim Mirza. The story of this is Salim Mirza, a shoe manufacturer in Agra, increasingly find himself a stranger amid the people he has lived with all his life. All over his life, he was living with some people in this country, in Agra, in this state, Agra. So he feels lost in the emerging reality after partition. After as the partition took place, so everything became a mess for all the people, and his business suffers. And a refugee from the other side of partition, India occupies his ancestral dwellings. From generation to generation, they were staying there. And as partition took place, the India occupies their ancestral dwelling, means ancestral house. His daughter too has a tragic end. His daughter also died in it. So he believes that things would soon be normal again. And this person believes that all these things which is going on, that will be normal again. But many of his family members decide to move to Pakistan. So Salim in uh, turn between is torn between an impulse. Sorry, Salim is a torn between an impulse to move out to Pakistan and an urge to stay back. So Salim has become a torn that either he should move to Pakistan or he should stay back in India. So a decisive movement comes when Salim witnesses a students' procession demanding fair treatment from the government. So he sees a student, they were doing a profession and they were demanding that fair treatment should be done by the government to these people. His son Sikandar has joined the procession. Can you imagine what Mirza Salim finally did? And if you want to know the answer of these questions, that can you imagine what Mirza Salim finally did, what do you think you would have done in these circumstances? To find out the answer of these questions, you just have to watch the movie Ram Hawa. And this was made in 1973. The director was M.S. Satyu. Screenplay was written by Kefi Azmi. Actors were Balraj Sahni, Jalal Agha, Farooq Sheikh, and Geeta Siddharth. And here they are saying that India should treat the people of all religions. And on the next page, there is Mahatma Gandhi's sacrifice, what he did for India is written. Just read these paragraphs. Read this page, please. And you have many pictures over here. Just see these pictures equally. And that India should not be a country that gave superior status to adherents of one faith and inferior to those who practice another religion. India should not be partial, and some status should be given those who have they have faith, and should consider other people who are of a different religion, they should consider them inferior. No, India should not do that. India should treat everyone equally. All citizens would be equal, irrespective of their religion affiliation. Whatever religion they belong, they should be equally respected. Being religious or a believer would not be a test of citizenship. This they cherished, therefore, the ideal of a secular nation. This ideal was enshrined in the Indian Constitution. And see here, there is something here. Shweta noticed that her Nana, maternal grandfather, would get very quiet whenever anybody mentioned about Pakistan. One day she decided to ask him about it. Her Nana told her about how he moved from Lahore to Ludhiana during partition. Means he also migrated from Pakistan to India. Both his parents were killed. Even he would not have survived, but a neighboring Muslim family gave him shelter and kept him in hiding for several days. They helped him find out relatives, and that is how he managed to cross the border and start a new life. So, have you heard a similar story? Ask your grandparents or anyone of that generation about their memories of Independence Day, about the celebration, and about the trauma of partition, about the expectation they had from independence. Write it down, at least two of these stories. So, you can hear these stories from the experienced persons. So, in today's lecture, I will pause over here. The next topic we will cover in the next video. Till then, I hope you must have understood the lecture. Till then, bye and have a nice day.